And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Oh my God, it's now official. The Palau Digital Residency ID. So now when I go to those crypto exchanges that won't allow it to sell from whatever country I live in, I'm not going to admit I'm going to do anything illegal, but I now have this. Yeah, love it. Welcome. Now, this is what's very interesting. And we've gone over the metaverse before. Welcome to the metaverse on Earth. Together with Tim Draper. Now, Tim Draper is involved always early into these crypto projects, okay? Draper University's got, but this guy, the Tim Draper, is involved with what they're calling the metaverse on Earth. You got Ethereum's Vitalik Buterin and Palau digital residents from 83 countries. We offer you our warmest welcome to the Web3 world. Now, I don't know where all this comes in. All I wanted to do was to get an ID card. How cool. How cool. Looking at my card. Here's the back of it. Very interesting. So I have an official Palau, Republic of Palau ID card. So I'm going to use this when I want to, on certain websites where I want to buy crypto. I'm not saying I'm going to use this card to evade any kind of laws. All I'm going to say is that I'm just going to use this card when I want to buy crypto on certain websites, okay? That's what I'm going to do. But I still don't understand why they're talking about the metaverse, Tim Draper, Vitalik Buterin, and Web3 and stuff. I don't know where that fits in. But if you go to www.rns.id, that's how you get one of these. So I forgot how much I paid, maybe a couple $100, and it's good for like 2 years or something. You don't necessarily need to get this. Enjoy 10 to 20% discounts at hotels, 30% of car rentals. I don't even care about all that. I'm just trying to have this card so if I need to buy cryptos from certain exchanges and they do KYC and they want to see the card, I'm not trying to evade any laws. I'm just trying to make that very clear while all this is being recorded. My goal is not to attempt to aid and abet you in breaking any laws. I'm just showing you what I did and what it's used for. It's used for me to buy crypto on certain exchanges, and I won't say ones that won't let me. Got it. Now, maybe if you live in a state like communist New York or communist Canada, maybe if you had that card and they ask for a government ID and you got to show the front and back of the card and then you got to do a selfie and all that shit, maybe that helps you buy crypto, but don't do it. If it's illegal where you live, don't do it, okay? That would be illegal. I'm not trying to help you evade laws. I'm telling you, don't buy this card with the intention to bypass KYC so you can buy crypto if you're in New York or Canada. Don't buy this Palau ID if that's your intention, because that would be wrong. We always want to do what's legal. Okay. AJ Singh is like, what's the RNS something? Oh my God. So it's all official here. It's, come on, people. Come on, people. www.rns.id. There you go. With Crypto Hulk's fancy little ID card. Woohoo! Now I'm not worried about KYC. Oh my God. Hey, if you're in New York or Canada, don't copy what I'm doing just to get the crypto. That would be illegal. Don't do it. Alrighty then. My name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. I'm not a person who's trying to show you how to illegally buy crypto. Far be it from me. I would never do such a thing. Since the show is being recorded, it's evidence that I'm telling you not to do it, okay? This show is being recorded, so later in the future, somebody could say Crypto Hulk is telling you don't buy this card so you can illegally buy crypto, okay? Don't do it. I mean, don't do it. All right. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't even know why. I don't even know how I made this show for this. I don't know anything about crypto at all. I never deep dive. All this information I have is AI created. I don't know anything about financial advising. I'm the worst financial advisor in the world. I'm $3 million in debt. I don't know one thing about finances. Okay. One thing I do know about is hardcore drug use. Oh my God. For 5.5 years, ever since I started the show, every single episode, 24/7, I stay high. Suppository Coke capsules. Oh my God. Every day I stay super high. Here's what I do. I'll eat drugs like heroin, cocaine, PCP, peyote, methamphetamine. I have suppositories with all these drugs as well. When I can't eat them, I keister them. And that's the disclaimer. It's, oh yeah. Everything I say on the show is the truth. Even at birth, my name was Crypto Hulk. I never lie. Okay. I also take ice. Isn't that methamphetamine? Yeah. Ice, crystal methamphetamine. So have a great time with it. What's up? Fentanyl? Oh my God. I eat 5 pounds of fentanyl per day. Guaranteed. Honest to God truth. Okay. I want to show you a website here. Hold on. There's a website, if I can get to it. How? Oh, there it is. But Crypto Hulk, how are you going to know? Okay, so I get asked a lot of questions. 5 pounds is a little light. Chris Sharp's like, 5 pounds is a little light, but still respectable. You know how much fentanyl it takes to kill you? Like such the tiniest amount you can't even barely see it. I'm eating 5 pounds a day. Oh my God. All right. I gave you a link right here. Now, I'm not going to show you how to evade taxes. That's not what I do. That's not the purpose and intent of what I'm about to show you right here. You have a website. It's called Swiss Gold, SUISSEGOLD.com/EN. I guess that's for English. /Ripple, RIPPLE. Crypto Hulk, what do we have here? Buy gold with Ripple. Now, this company's been around a while. SwissGold.com is now accepting payment for gold and silver purchase in the cryptocurrency XRP. Oh, now what do we got here, Crypto Hulk? Clients may purchase any gold, silver, platinum, palladium, rhodium bars, or coins using crypto, including those traded with Ripple. Furthermore, all product pricing on SwissGold.com is available in XRP in live time. Placing an order for precious metals on SwissGold.com using XRP is easy and quick. In order to do this, please log into your account. Once pricing is in XRP, you may select the terms you wish to purchase. Once you have confirmed your order, you'll find all the necessary payment details available when you click on the Ripple icon. This is Swiss Gold. You can look right here, all their different partners that they have. You can see the different anti-money laundering kind of stuff they got going in privacy, buying gold and silver. I'll let you explore this website. What you can do on this website is send them crypto. The Crypto Hulk. Let's say one day I have all this I have all this crypto, or even like right now, Crypto Hulk, I've got all this crypto and I want to buy some gold, but I don't want to go through a bank or credit cards. Not that I'm trying to hide any kind of record, Crypto Hulk. I just don't want to go through any banks or anywhere where there'd be records. Okay. Well, I can't help you legally evade something if that's what your goal is. If what you want to do is buy gold with crypto and then have them mail that to some location where you can pick it up, and you don't need a receipt just because you just don't want one. That's all. Not that you're trying to evade anything, because far be it from me to teach you how to do anything outside of the law. But if you're a person who has crypto and you want to buy this gold, silver, whatever it is, and you just don't need a receipt because, then you might want to send this particular company crypto via the blockchain and get your gold and silver and all these things. And because some people just want to buy it that way. That's all. We're never, ever trying to break laws on Crypto Hulk channel. That's why I say that, because I know the show is being recorded. So I want to make sure it's clear. The intention of this show is just to show you that there is a website here where people are buying crypto with gold. And then they can have it mailed to somewhere. And then I guess they pick it up or something. I don't know how all this works. But Crypto Hulk might be using this service, or might in the future be using this service. I'm not going to admit or deny anything. Just thought I want you to look at this website. I'm going to click out of it right now. But let me copy and paste that again. Alrighty then. right. Let's go to the article from Watcher Guru. There's a website called watcher.guru. They seem to always talk about BRICS all the time. I don't really use this website much for news, but they're always talking about Russia, China, and BRICS and all that. So let's have a little fun. It says the BRICS payment system supports transactions across 185 countries. Everybody, that's pretty much the whole world. BRICS member China. China. BRICS member China's new payment system named Cross-Border Interbank Payments Systems called CIPS, CIPS. I believe that stands for China Interbank Payment Systems, is taking the financial world by storm. Uh-oh. China's going to take over. United States, we're in trouble. Oh, no. What are they going to do? Oh, China's going to take over. The CIPS payment system now supports international transactions in the Chinese yuan across 185 countries. China has enabled the yuan-denominated trades for liquefied natural gas at the Shanghai Oil and Gas Exchange. In addition, the communist country has allowed the Shenzhen Xinhua joint trade. What the fuck is all that? That must be a trick question. I'm not going to answer it. The Shenzhen Qianhai Shaohao Joint Trading Center to handle overseas soybean transactions in the local currency. China has already signed agreements with 40 countries, including BRICS nations, to settle payments in the new CIPS system. That's Chinese Interbank Payment System. So that's their CIPS. I'm not trying to memorize what the fuck China's doing because this is all bullshit anyway. I'm not trying to memorize acronyms or whatever this shit is because this is all bullshit anyway. I'll show you the evidence here in a minute. I'm just trying to get dramatic effect right now. China signed with 40 countries, including BRICS nations, to settle payments in CIPS, C-I-P-S, man, CIPS. As of 2023, settlements reached a high of 52 trillion. Now, this is 2 years ago with this particular stat they're giving us, the statistic from 2 years ago. This article was made, October 25th, 2025. So what, 4 days ago, this article was made? That's a historic milestone that even surpasses the US dollar in various measures. For context, 95% of the trade between China and Russia has been settled in local currency for the last 3 years. While BRICS member China pushed the new CIPS payment system worldwide, not every country has agreed to trade in it. The countries that agreed to use CIPS for settlements are mostly poor or developing nations. Europe, Australia, and North America have sidelined the mechanism. Countries in Africa, Asia, and Eastern Europe are mostly using CIPS for their settlements. The payments are used to settle loans taken through the Belt and Road Initiative. China is also encouraging BRICS to use the new payment system for yuan-denominated transactions. The move could help the alliance reduce U.S. dollar dependency and push local currencies ahead. However, India is skeptical of using CIPS as China will benefit the most. The Modi administration does not intend to reduce U.S. dollar exposure and aims to strengthen ties with the White House. In conclusion, while 185 countries can use SIPs, around 40 nations are using it as of 2025. Now, what we're going to do is take a little look at this whole deal. So I have what no other channel has. I have the 2013 and 14 Ripple customer list. Just happen to have it. For 3 years now, I've been reporting on this. No other channel has still been able to find the 2013-14 Ripple customer list. What a damn shame. Okay. What we're going to do, there is, go to the 20... Let's see here. Go to the 31-second mark. So I gave you this video, and right here, I made this video about a year ago. If you go to the 31-second mark, you'll see Ripple China right there. Right above it, you'll see Ripple Fox. This is a partial video of the Ripple customer list. If you look to the left, which I don't have shown, you'll have wallet addresses where you can look all the stuff up. But right now I'm not showing it. So I wanted to show you right here. This is 2013 or 14 Ripple customer list. Look what it's saying there, Ripple China. Oh man. Now go to the 38. Go to the 38-second mark, brand new people. What do you see here? Well, Crypto Hulk, it says Ripple China. It shows CNY. You know what CNY is? It's country code. Like the United States is USA. China is CNY. Okay. But Crypto Hulk, this is showing 2013. So what do you think you're looking at? Well, it says Ripple China, and then it shows CNY, and then 2013. So Ripple helped China make a cryptocurrency in 2013 that was 12 years ago? Yeah. Well, why doesn't Ripple ever talk about this? Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. I know what you're doing. You're showing us shit nobody else has. Mommy always called you special, huh? You're my special little boy. And special meant kind of no inteligente en la cabeza. You have nada en la cabeza, pendejo. We got Ripple China right here. Da-da. And you got they talk about the yuan. So we were reading this article here, and they have this thing called the yuan and the SIPS payment system. But this right here is what you got, the CNY, the Chinese yuan. Okay, China already has cryptocurrency. Ripple helped them make it. Now, if we go to the 43-second mark, oh, look here, Ripple Chinese Forum. Oh, look right there at the 43-second mark. It shows Ripple Chinese Community. Oh, look there. It says China's best Ripple communication. Oh, look here. There's a wallet address right there. It's RDVDJ6. Oh, we could look that up and see, is that a functioning wallet? You could look that one up. There you go. Look, well, what does this say? Ripple dividend. Dividend IO. Well, isn't a dividend if something's a security, you can get dividends and then they pay you? Yeah. Well, Crypto Hulk, is Ripple a security? Don't tell Gary Gensler this. What Ripple was doing was operating a security without people knowing. So here's your evidence right there. I don't need to say, you can clearly see it for yourself. Let's have now, if you go to the 57 second mark, 57-second mark, what you're going to see, and I showed you all this 3 years ago, you have something called XMM. Now, that was started in 2014. This is all in China. XMM started in March 2014 as a nonprofit experimental project. It issued an IOU called an XMM to raise funds. Now, if you look at the top there, it says monetary funds are organized by issuing IOUs, making profits through market making, and regularly distributing dividends to their IOU holders. Well, hold on, Crypto Hulk. Now, it looks to me like Ripple was actually operating a security by giving dividends. Yeah, that's what it looks like here, right? Talking about making profits. They're obviously getting paid. Now, what's with the XMM? Well, I was showing you this 3 years ago. What Ripple came out with after I started showing you this was the AMM, Automated Market Maker. That came out about 2023-ish. I was showing you guys this in 2022. So before Ripple came out to the public with the AMM, Automated Market Maker, I'm showing you where it came from. And I told you in 2022 about all this. Ripple, about 11, 12 years ago, was working with China. That's why that's what we're going over with right here. Ripple was working with China 12 years ago. And about 11 years ago, they came out with something in China called the XMM, which today we know as the AMM. And it was basically kind of like a security that was paying dividends where you can make profits and do market making. Now, the reason it wasn't necessarily illegal in the United States is because they were doing this in China. So if they were trading between the United States and China, it's not illegal. If you're doing security shit within the United States, that's where the SEC comes in. So Ripple was able to bypass securities laws by doing this right here in China. Just thought I'd put that out there for you. Let me look. Then we got Ripple Singapore. If you go up to the 1 minute, 39 second mark, 1 minute, 39 second, here you got Ripple Singapore. And it shows gold and silver in your wallet. Let me tell you another thing. I've been telling you this for 3 years. Ripple, first I told you, Ripple has the XMM. Okay, so when I was talking about that in 2022, no other channel even knew what I was talking about. The automated market maker, I was talking about it before Ripple even announced it to the public, okay? The next thing I've been telling you before Ripple is even going to announce it to the public is Ripple already had a crypto exchange. No one's ever told you that. And Ripple has had a wallet. Here it is right there, the Ripple wallet. It's already been around. 12 years ago, it's already been a thing. Ripple just hasn't come out with it yet to the public. That's why I have the 2013 and 14 Ripple customer list to show you things no other channel can show you, all right? So either this year or next year, Ripple's coming out with the Ripple wallet. It was called Ripple Gateway PTE Limited. It was established in 2013. They had gold, silver, crypto, and shit like that. It was susceptible to securities. They had security stuff. Now there's 4 guys that made it. I call these the 4 Satoshis. I believe these are probably the 4 people that made Bitcoin. Erwin van der Wal, Herco van der Wal, and I don't have the other 2 names. I'd have to wait for that thing to play. But anyhow, that is that particular Ripple China. Let me show you more. Okay, now we also have a Ripple China timeline. So what I'm showing you here is Ripple's already been hooked up with Chinese companies. I want you to see all this. But wait a second, Crypto Hulk. How is Ripple able to do all this? Isn't this like some kind of national security violation or something? Not when the United States is Ripple. Oh. Think about it. How does a company like Ripple have Ripple China? How does Ripple San Francisco, how did they send over Justin Sun around 2013, 14? How they send over Justin Sun to China? Actually, earlier than that, maybe 12. They sent Justin Sun over to help Ripple hook up China with the digital crypto in Ripple China. How's that happening, Crypto? Isn't it like illegal for an American software company to help China make money? Yeah, it is illegal, unless that software company Ripple is an extension of the United States government. Oh, shit, man, this is really getting interesting here, Crypto Hulk. No wonder you're shadow banned more than any other channel. You think? But let's look here what I'm showing you. This picture that I took. There's my computer right here. There's my bullshit button you can see, and my little Zoltar fortune is there. But what are we looking at here, Crypto Hulk? Help me out. We're looking at Ripple China timeline. Oh, shit. It's looking like 2013. Crypto Hulk, is that possible? It's 12 years ago? Yeah. No other channel has this, by the way. Just I'd say that for the millionth time. We're looking at a date of June 27, 2013. The Ripple China Trading Center was launched. Oh, shit. And users can recharge through Alipay and TenPay. Now, wait, Crypto Hulk, wait a second. So not only was the Chinese government mixed up in this, but Alipay, like that's Alibaba, and then TenPay is Tencent. So wait, Crypto Hulk, 12 years ago, you're saying Alibaba and Tencent, China's biggest companies, already had Ripple integration with the XRP ledger? Yeah, that's safe. You could say that. That would be something. But Crypto Hulk, like, holy shit, like, nobody else knows about this. Well, the people that are involved in this do. But if you're talking about other crypto channels, they have no fucking clue. If you're talking about news channels, CBS, and all that, they have no clue. Just Crypto Hulk channel. Have you ever seen this on the news? This Ripple China timeline? No. Have you ever seen this on any other crypto channel? No. There you go. Congratulations. You're special. Just like Mama told you when you were little. You're a special little boy. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. You're like, yeah, this bitch. I know I'm so fucking stupid. She just loves me because she's my mom. She has to tell me these fucking things for my self-esteem. Okay. Now, we were talking about in that article, the article was about China having a payment system for their yuan. Well, now we know because you watch Crypto Hulk Show. You wouldn't know this on any other channel, but on Crypto Hulk Show, you now know that 12 years ago, Ripple hooked up China. And two of China's biggest companies, Tencent and Alibaba, they were hooked up as well. fuck, Crypto Hulk? I've never heard this on any other channel. That's right. The government, nobody wants you to hear what I'm telling you right now. This is top secret stuff. Now, look what we got here. Now, you can find this on my posts page. If you go to my page, the tab that says posts. Let's look at this next one right here. This is Ripple Russia. Let's take a quick little peek. So the article from Watcher Guru talked about the Chinese payment system and how China and Russia are swapping local currencies. I'm going to show you what else they're swapping. China and Russia are both Ripple partners. They're swapping XRP. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk, son of a bitch. How do you find this stuff? Look right here, everybody. We have something called Z payment. I've gone over this before. I'm reiterating it again because we get brand new people constantly that watch the show. What do we got here, Crypto Hulk? We're looking at 2013. Looking at 2014. If you look at where on the left side where it says news, underneath that it says January 9th, 2014. It says Ripple Gateway. Oh, shit. Now, this is Russian, by the way. We'll get into what is Z payment in a minute. We are pleased to announce that the first ruble gateway to the Ripple system has been launched. So let's think. We're talking about a ruble and Ripple. Well, we know that fiat is not crypto, so they have to be talking about a crypto ruble. That means January 1st, 2014, Russia hooked up with Ripple, everybody. Now, we now have proof from Crypto Hulk channel, no other channel on the planet. I just showed you how in 2013, we had Ripple China and the digital yuan that Ripple made for China. That was 12 years ago. 11 years. I'm showing the evidence right here. This is an actual web page. This is what I'm showing you. I didn't Photoshop this. I know I say that I Photoshop all my stuff, but this one I'm telling the truth. Look what we got here. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. Z Payment is pleased to announce the first ruble gateway connected to Ripple. You can't send fiat. What we got here is a Russian crypto ruble operating on the Ripple XRP ledger. Oh, shit. This whole Russia versus the United States, everybody, this is all a big fucking joke, okay? I'm showing you the evidence right here. Ripple hooked up China and Russia. Does it look like, do you do that with your enemies? Me personally, I would never do such a thing. But if China's really our enemy and Russia's truly our enemy, why did Ripple make their money? Can you ask David Schwartz that at the next Ripple conference? Can you guys do that for me? Can you take the screenshot and say, David Schwartz, we've got Z payment here, and that was a Russian payment system. They had a digital ruble. David Schwartz, can you help us understand how did you hook up Russia, and who gave you permission to do that? And I want you to see the faces on Brad Garlinghouse. You see, no other channel has evidence like Crypto Hulk. These other channels don't have a fucking clue. They're out there talking, yeah, the Ripple family, the XRP family. You ever heard that dumb shit? It shows you when these people talk about the XRP family and all that fucking dumbass shit, they have no fucking clue. This is all a government ops, okay? I'm showing you the evidence right here. There's no fucking way Ripple XRP made Russian and Chinese money unless the government of the United States authorized that. How the fuck did this shit happen? It's the government. This whole thing called Ripple is not what you're seeing. You need to tell these other channels to start waking the fuck up and watching Crypto Hulk channel, because I'm so sick of, hi family, it's the XRP family. That's so fucking stupid. These people show you they have no fucking brains. These people that go to the XRP conferences or Ripple, I want to go to Ripple Swell. I want to go to the Ripple. I want to wear a Ripple t-shirt. I want to wear a David Schwartz hat and show that I'm so much of a fucking loser because I don't watch Crypto Hulk show. I watch these other shows because I want to be a part of something. My life is so fucking empty. I've got to join these other channels and be a cheerleader for Ripple. Go Ripple. Yeah, David Schwartz. Yeah, right on. I won't say nothing about Monica Lug. Brad Garlinghouse. Woohoo. And all this Ryan Zagone. Woohoo. These people are all government employees, and your stupid ass is cheering for this dumb shit, and you're wearing the David Schwartz t-shirt. That fucking disgusts me as a human being, how you could be so fucking stupid. Fucking amateurs making videos out there. This Crypto Hulk channel, you don't have to like it. I don't even fucking care. But nobody's got evidence like me. I'm a fact-based channel. I just show facts. Other channels get butthurt because they have no facts. That's why, Crypto Hulk he shills shit coins. Oh, really? Because there's no shit coins on this channel. The only shit on this channel is when dumb shits are watching it. That's the only shit on my channel. There's no channel that can touch the level of evidence that I have. This whole crypto thing, here, a lot of people... Okay, some channels will tell you, oh, yeah, it's all a conspiracy. Okay, do you have evidence? No. Does Crypto Hulk have evidence? Duh. I'm showing you the Ripple customer list. Nobody has the Ripple customer list except this guy right here. No one's showing Ripple China and how it's created, the Ripple Chinese community. No one's showing any of this stuff. These people have no fucking clue on these other channels. Right here, you got the Russia gateway for Z payment. Go to this video right here. Cable guy. Oh, shit, cable guy. Hold on a minute. Look at this video right here I just gave you. Go to the 50-second mark. 50-second mark. Well, Crypto Hulk, I'm seeing a Ripple logo and the word Ripple and then RU. That's the country code for Russia. Yeah. If you look down below right there, you see the Ripple logo. It says rippleru.com, and it was a YouTube page. I actually have that video. I've played it before. It's all in Russian. But Ripple's already there. Now, go to the 1 minute, 3 second mark. 1 minute, 3 second mark. And you'll see that again. January 9th, 2014. We are pleased to announce the first ruble gateway to the Ripple system has been launched, with which you can enter and withdraw XRP. Now, dumb people from other channels, and especially people that are on Twitter or X, they're the dumbest motherfuckers out there. What you can see here is this isn't just a messaging. They're talking about entering and withdrawing XRP. Start using this new decentralized technology. Everybody, you know how like we're, quote, waiting for Web3 and DeFi? The shit's already done. I think I've told you this, that it's already done like about 1 million times. No other channel. This, let me say it again for slow people, or in case you just came to my channel, all this shit's already done. Starting in 2015, they plugged in the Interledger Protocol. It was already done. Codius, that was a project that never died. Dumb shits on Twitter X and everybody else will say, oh, Crypto Hulk's talking about a dead project. No, what's dead is those dumbasses' IQ. Codius, all these different things that Ripple has invented, they just hit a pause button. It's all that happens, or they stop talking about it when it's successful. All these things. This right here. Start using this new decentralized tech. DeFi is already here. We're just trying to get everybody to get on board. That's been the holdup. And then they've added AI to it. Codius, that was done in 2014. That's the interoperable ledger. That's what the interledger protocol is. Codius on their XRP ledger using native client by Google. Google bought a company called Native Clients, an interoperable sandbox code. So it's interoperable with every single code on the planet. And it can allow Hedera to talk to Bitcoin. It's everything. It's a master translator. And they plugged it right into the HTTP 402. That was in 2015. Do you ever hear any other channels talk about any of this stuff? No, because they have no fucking clue what we're doing over here. They're on a planet called Uranus, okay? These other channels have no idea that DeFi's already been a thing. It's already done like 12 years ago. It's done. They're just making it look like, okay, XRP, like Ripple, like I'm telling you shit before Ripple tells you. When Ripple was working with Axelar with BlackRock and Ondo, I was telling you that months before Ripple made an official announcement. When Ondo was 8 cents, Ondo came out as 8 cents. I'm telling you, hey, this Ondo's working with BlackRock, which is working with Axelar, which is a Ripple partner. These other channels like, for like months, no other channel had a fucking clue. And then Ripple came out and announced, yep, we're working with BlackRock. And then everybody's like, oh shit, Crypto Hulk was right. And then the Ondo price just went whoop up to like $1.20 from 8 cents. And people are like, oh shit, Crypto Hulk knew. Yeah, because you guys depend on me to work super hard to find evidence. I bring evidence. I don't give my opinion. Any crypto that's on my program, I give you all the facts. This is a fact-based channel. It's not my fucking opinion. Now, dumb shits who talk shit about my channel, they give their opinions. I give facts. When someone says, oh, Crypto Hulk pumps shit coins, give me an example. Let's talk examples. Give me an example. Name one. And we'll go through all the evidence on why that's a good crypto when it's on my show. See, they don't give evidence. They just talk shit. Well, shit, everybody can talk shit. What does that mean? Nothing. Is any other channel showing you Ripple Russia and this gateway, this decentralized technology that they're already been using? Russia's been using DeFi for like since 2014, 11 years ago. It's right here. It's not my opinion. It's fact-based channel. That's what I do. That's why the other channels can't take this channel, because they don't know where and how the fuck do I find all this stuff, because they are fucking low IQ. That's why, okay? Yes. Now, go to the 1 minute, 16 second mark. 1 minute, 16 second mark. What does it say here? The Z payment acceptance system has been operating since 2007. Look right there. So wait a second, Crypto Hulk. You're about to do it again. Yes, I am. Z payment is a crypto system, isn't it? That's why it's hooked up with Ripple. The XRP ledger, and it's a gateway, right? If you're dealing with Ripple, a crypto company, then Z payment is a crypto. So that means Russians were using crypto since before Bitcoin. I'm not saying it. The evidence is right there, okay? That's how we do it on this show. I just let the evidence speak for itself. That's why my show is the authority show. Because I have the evidence is my authority. That's why my channel has, no other channel has this stuff. When people are like, oh yeah, these governments are all using crypto. Okay, do you have evidence? No, you don't. Does Crypto Hulk has evidence? Of course, all the time. That's what Crypto Hulk show is based on, evidence. Now go to the 1 minute, 18 second mark. 1 minute, 18 second mark. So at the top of this page, we saw that was talking about Z payment. At the bottom of the same page, we see a date here, April 25, 2014. But what do we see there? Gateway and Ripple, right there. This whole Z payment thing with Russia, it shows right there. Again, Gateway and Ripple. So I've shown the full pages. I'm just showing a short clip. So you have to kind of do this to read it and stuff. But if you know anything about my program, just go back and type in Crypto Hulk Russia, and you'll see all the stuff I've done with Russia. All right, let me click out of that. Now let me get back. We have Cable Guy is now a member. Finally, time to join the big dogs. You're doing great, Hulk. Let's go. So what I want you to do, Cable Guy, let me type it in, is go to my X, my Twitter X, that is. Go to Crypto Hulk 19. So it's at so it's at Crypto Hulk 19. Type it just like that with a capital C, capital H on Twitter. If you don't type it in just like that, then you're going to get a scammer. So hopefully you pay attention. And then I will exchange phone numbers. I will get you on a Telegram alert group. If you're not pulling at least $500 a week, you should probably call me right away so we can discuss. I can kind of assess how you trade. Do you know how to trade this? Because one guy called up for the first week. He was like losing all kinds of money. And he was doing about 10 different things wrong when he was buying and selling crypto. So I told him, I want you to take notes because you're doing like 7 or 8 things wrong. That's why you haven't made any money this week. Like I just pulled $500 on this one crypto the other day. And then about 3 days before that, I made $100 on another. But you need to be pulling at least 500 a week. Now, you can't be putting in $250 on a trade. That shit ain't going to happen. It's got to be more like 500 to 1,000. But we'll get into that. We'll get into your techniques and how you're doing stuff, and you'll start making a lot of money. All right, there's Cable Guy. Okay, we are at 52 minutes. Let me take a look. Let me get rid of that article. There's Africa. Oh, that's a good one. Let me go. We kind of went over this one already about a week and a half ago. Let's talk about Africa real quick because I know it's a big portion of the world. So let's go over Africa. And also, you and me ain't rich until Africa's hooked up. So the world is waiting. What we have here on Africa, here's a report. It's a 52-page report. I didn't go through all 52 pages. I went through maybe 5 to 10 max. Maybe 7 or 8 pages, maybe. Then I got the assistance of artificial intelligence. But what we have here is an annual report by ABSA, A-B-S-A. It's one of Africa's biggest banks. And what I wanted to show you was what is the takeaway in this report about the continent of Africa. What is the crypto relevance here? Blockchain, crypto, and fintech. How does that affect Africa, and who are the players? This report I'm going to spare you the pain, but that you got 29 African countries that account for 80% of the money in Africa. I think there's like 54 countries in Africa or something, and 29 of them make like 80%. So there's some countries in Africa that just aren't making any money at all. So they studied all these countries in Africa, and they're showing how blockchain is of course growing rapidly in Africa. But one of the problems in Africa is they don't have like the banking system. It's you got like payment companies. You don't really have a banking system. You got a lot of these little check cashing places and these kinds of things. It's very broken there. But let me show you. It talks about Ripple. Recent news. So in this, I don't have the actual page number. Recent news further illustrates fintech momentum, such as Absa Bank's partnership with Ripple to offer crypto custody services on the Ripple blockchain. This allows customers to store and manage digital assets, targeting younger demographics and marking a major shift in mainstream adoption. Similarly, regulatory developments in Ghana, a country in Africa, aim to introduce crypto frameworks, listen to this, by December 2025. Ghana, a country in Africa, these Absa Bank is a Ripple partner. They're working on custody. And now the country of Ghana is going to have crypto regulations December 2025. This is massive right here. While blockchain.com seeks a license in Nigeria, reflecting a continental push towards formalized digital asset ecosystem. So Africa is starting to make a major push with crypto laws. You know, it takes one country, then everybody else. If one country does it, maybe two or three, but one country does it, and the other ones are kind of, they're waiting to see what's going to happen. And then once they see Ghana starting to make a lot of money, then everybody else jumps in, then everybody else wants to do it. That's how it always works. Nobody wants to be first because they're afraid, but nobody wants to be last because you have first mover advantage. Ghana's going to have first mover advantage over all these other countries. So the APSA report studied different economic indicators, but one of them was blockchain venture capitals in Africa are growing at a rapid pace. That's what we're seeing. They're talking about Yellow Card, which we know has ties to the fintech companies that we talk about on the show. Avalanche. They talk about the crypto company Avalanche, Tether. They're talking about stable coins, Visa. That's totally all Ripple right there. Visa and stable coins is all about Ripple. There's a lot of small to mid-sized enterprise trade stuff in Africa. Key findings indicate that digital innovations are central to rising scores, with emphasis on regulatory strengthening to support fintech growth. Africa's blockchain ecosystem outperforms global averages. So we're seeing Africa's growing at a faster rate than pretty much the average of the whole world. That's encouraging. Looking ahead, the ABSA Ripple partnership, this is the only crypto that's doing shit. I'm just letting you know. Looking ahead, the ABSA Ripple partnership and regulatory rollouts signal mainstream integration. Oh, wow. Potentially expanding fintech accessibility. So Ripple is right in there with the government and the banking system, hooking it all up. Now, if some of you want a little bit deeper dive on this, here's an actual Ripple page showing you the partnership with ABSA right here. Here's your evidence. What's the title? Ripple expands global custody footprint into Africa through a new collaboration with ABSA Bank, October 15, 2025. There's your article if you want to read it. But Ripple is just a massive player. See, these people that say Ripple's a scam, Ripple founders dump their crypto, that's the dumbest fucking shit. How is it that those same people that say that dumb shit, how is Ripple hooking up with these governments and banks around the world to set up crypto integration in these countries? If it's such a scam, how is Ripple doing all this? I need to know. And then the next question I'll ask these dumb retards is, what cryptos are your favorite? Why are they not doing this? Oh, then you get I don't know. I'm like, is there any government your crypto's hooked up with? Like, can you name one? I mean, come on, let's be real here. Let's talk facts. Let's talk facts. How is Ripple able to hook up with ABSA Bank, one of Africa's biggest banks, and then help direct African integration of blockchain? Why is your crypto company not doing that? Can you answer that one? No, you can't. So I don't care. I don't give a fuck what people say. Oh, Ripple's the government. Ripple is the government, dude. That's how this shit's happening. The whole Brad Garlinghouse and these other people just actors. Ripple itself is the government. That's how this shit happens. How do we got Ripple Russia? Because Ripple's the government. How do we have Ripple China? Because Ripple is the government. How's Ripple able to go into these countries and make their crypto? Because Ripple is the government. How's Ripple able to go into Africa and hook up their governments and shit like that? Because Ripple is the government. And when you start understanding this shit by watching my channel, instead of watching my little short clips like the little millimeter Peters that you are, why don't you watch a full fucking video, dumbass, instead of watching that gay porn shit that you normally watch? Why don't you watch this program and you'll understand the fucking shit that you don't understand? Because all you want to do is watch these 1-minute clips I make and try to talk all kinds of shit that you don't even fucking know what you're talking about. It's embarrassing. A human is as stupid as you. But I guess when your hooker drug addict mother links up with your unemployed truck driver father and they have a bastard kid, that would make you, right? Now I get it. Now it fucking makes sense. So stay on Twitter Spaces and talk all kinds of dumb shit about nothing that you understand. Oh, shit. All right. Let me check the comments here real quick. We're waiting for adoption so the masses can use it for everyday payments, says Game Boy Reaper. Yep. See, I already shown the evidence. I don't need to argue my point. The fact is, all this has been done, tested, and proven like 11, 12 years ago. I've already shown all the evidence. What we have to do, why is it taking so long, CryptoHawk? Well, I don't know everything. I was often called a know-it-all when I was younger, but that was in a negative connotation. Oh, CryptoHawk, you're such a know-it-all. Not knowing that later in life, well, when it comes to crypto, I have a pretty good knowing. I'm able to find information because, look, you guys, like right now, you're paying me. You're paying me money to study and investigate and find information for you so you can make better choices when you decide to invest. My channel is not an investment channel. It's not a crypto channel at all. It's a channel where you get a second opinion. Let's say you want to do something that's kind of big and you want to ask some people that you know. Some might be friends, maybe a coworker or something, a pastor, a financial advisor, none of which I am. I'm like that channel where you can watch this channel and get a better understanding of something so you can make a better decision on what you want to do. On my channel, you're going to find evidence that's nowhere else on the planet, for real. They got mad because we got Hulk. They mad because we got Hulk, peeps. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm banned. A lot of my videos get taken down on all kinds of social media. And I don't even talk about anything that's like, the other day I went over it. I said, here was the title, something kind of like, PayPal, Visa, and Venmo to launch new payment system, blah, blah, blah. And then, that video was taken down at least twice or more on different social media that I post on. I'm like, what? This is news. Like, it's not even a big deal, I thought. It's not like I'm telling people how to make an atom and a BOMB. Like, I'm just reading off the news. And they blocked that. I'm like, are you serious? So, and then I'll make videos now, and look, we all know where this is going. Hulk is a automatic bullshit peepers. But what you get on this show is information you will not see anywhere, and I want you to use that if you decide to buy crypto. Okay, I'm showing you Ripple Russia, Ripple China, Ripple Indonesia, Ripple Turkey, on and on, all the shit, right? How's Ripple able to do all this? It's not unless it's the government. And then when you start understanding this, I've had people that love conspiracy. I've had people join my channel, become members, because they started off with conspiracy because they heard, Crypto Hulk talks about the government. I want to listen. And they started listening, and then after a while, they're like, oh shit, this guy totally makes sense. Now I see it all. This whole crypto thing, this is a government op. And they're like, damn. And then Crypto Hulk shows the evidence with the Ripple Russia, Ripple China. How are you going to hook those two up? There's no way on planet Earth in this dimension Ripple can't just be a startup, a quote startup in 2013, right? Or 12, 13, right? Ripple came out, hit the scene. How are you going to go into Russia and China? And the same year you're considered a startup, you go into China and hook them up. Now, does that make any sense? How do you go into Russia a year after Ripple started? They're still considered a startup. Go into Russia and hook them up with crypto. Like, that's not anywhere near possible. And then how do you have like the Department, and I can't say of Defense, not show up at your door knocking saying, hey, are you Brad Garlinghouse? Yeah, come with me. Actually, everybody in this whole fucking building, come with us. This is a matter of national, and I can't say security. Everybody in the back of the bus. So they get this bus and they pile everybody in it, take them to a sweat house somewhere and put everybody in really hot rooms and bright lights and force them to listen to CNN for 24 hours a day. But it's not possible that some little company first year out is hooking up China and Russia. That's just not fucking possible. You know how long it takes to work with a country to make a currency? Like, you just, and who authorized that? See what I'm saying? So people will start off by watching my show, not even believing about crypto. They hear some good, hey, this Crypto Hulk guy's got some conspiracy shit. So they want to hear that. And then they start listening to it and they're like, holy shit, crypto's real because the government made it. You get it? So the people start off watching my show because it's a conspiracy. But then when they start thinking, well, wait a minute. So Ripple really is the government. because otherwise there wouldn't be a Ripple China, Ripple Russia. So the government really made Ripple. Now, how many of these other crypto companies is the government mixed up in? Now they start to think, well, maybe it's not just for criminals. Maybe this is some kind of real government payment system used to control us one day. So the conspiracies on my show, people start watching it just for that. And then they start buying crypto because they're like, shit, this is the government made this shit. I got to get it before they raise the prices. And that's generally how it works. So anyhow, that'll be it for now. Today at 5:00 p.m. Pacific, if I can find news, I'll make another show for you, and I'll see you then.